Your regular Pathé Gazette commentator takes over now to introduce the man behind the 1,000 plane raids, Air Marshal Harris, CNC Bomber Commander.
The Nazis entered this war under the rather childish delusion that they were going to bomb everybody else and nobody was going to bomb them. At Rotterdam, London, Warsaw, and 100 other places, they put that rather naive theory into operation. They sowed the wind, and now they are going to reap the whirlwind. We cannot send 1,000 bombers a time over Germany every time as yet. But the time will come when we can do so. There are a lot of people who say that bombing can never win a war. Well, my answer to that is that it has never been tried yet, and we shall see. Germany, clinging more and more desperately to her widespread conquests and even seeking foolishly for more, will make a most interesting initial experiment. Japan will provide the confirmation.
And now the message, comparable to Nelson's famous signal, goes out to all concerned.
Press home your attack. If you individually succeed, you will have delivered the most devastating blow against the very vitals of the enemy. Let him have it right on the chin.
In briefing rooms all over the country, station commanders disclose the big secret.
Now the target is an old friend to many of you. It's the city of Cologne. The route is almost direct. I'll show it to you. It's almost direct. Base, Uchtdorf, direct to Cologne. Bomb your target there. Turn southwest, Euskirchen, and then direct to Nordland, and then direct to base. You understand? I'd like to read you the message which I've just received from the CNC. Let him have it, right on the chin.
The most gigantic air raid the world has ever known is about to be launched. At more than 60 airfields, the colossal air armada is assembled. Each plane has been fitted into a vast pattern of destruction, worked out to a split-second time schedule. For weeks ahead, an army of experts has been planning it, and now with a ground personnel of well over 100,000 men and women to back them up, 1,130 aircraft, including the biggest bombers in the world, set forth to blaze a fiery trail into the heart of the Rhineland and drop thousands of tons of high-explosive spanners into its works. In this gigantic follow-my-leader 90-minute raid, the planes bombed at the rate of 1 every 6 seconds, while between 7,000 and 8,000 Britishers in British-built planes sat on top of Germany and gave it hell. Other members of the RAF play their important part. Here's the scene at a radio control center.
Hello, Crocus. F. Freddy. Hector answering. Aerodrome 1000. QFE 1024. Over.
A smile of satisfaction as outside the giant 4-engine bombers cut their motors, and some of the men who have made history tell their stories of how industrial Cologne disappeared.
Hello, boy. Have a good trip?
Yes, fine. Bang on trip, yes. Was it? Absolutely.
Well, boy, certainly made a mess of Cologne. What did you think of it, Sam?
Yeah, we certainly hit them under the chin that time, then.
Hit them under the chin, gave them a kick fair and square in the seat of the pants. Well, boys, Jerry invented the word Coventry. Well, I don't suppose Odie Cologne's smells so good now.
There's only one thing that I'm afraid we shan't be doing this trip again for a very long time. Nice so it was, because there doesn't seem to be very much left to pay attention there.
Did anybody see any Jerrys?
No, sir. There wasn't any room. There were too many of our own about.
Excellent. No fighters? Well, anyone got anything else of interest? What was the flak like?
Well, there's always a bit there, and of course we found it as usual.
Here's a piece of it anyway. Oh, where did you find this?
Oh, just taking it out of my sleeve.
You're very lucky. Thank you.
Never in the field of human conflict was so much done by so many in so short a time. The battle cry now is...
Let him have it right on the chin.
And Air Marshal Arthur Harris will go on hitting them until the knockout.